I think the best way to inspire the team, and we have a global team, so we have about 1,000 people around the world, is two things. One is to share with them, continually communicating with them what our strategy is, why we're making the decisions that we're making, but more importantly, getting their feedback and asking them what they think about it, maybe what we haven't thought about or how we could do things differently. And there's a number of communication mechanisms where we do that. So we have 3 times a year, we have a global webcast where the top 150 managers from around the world listen in on a webcast where myself and my senior management team share with them a couple of things. One is where we are with our projects for the year. Typically, we align them with our IT steering committee. When we come out of these meetings, we share with them, okay, what was said, so they get to hear what's important to our senior management team. So that webcast, and it's interactive. So when we first started doing these webcasts about 1.5 years ago, we spent about 20 minutes with Q&A. Our last one, I think, was 1 hour and 15 minutes. So we're getting a lot more dialogue, a lot more people asking questions, and then they share this webcast with their teams in a private setting where they can answer questions. So that they're the management of that. So that's one way that we do that. We also do listening sessions. So myself and my leadership team, once every 2 months, we have by ourselves lunch sessions where we invite people from different functions in the group at different levels in the organization, and we basically just keep it open to what's on your mind. Do you have anything that you want to say about our strategy? Do you have questions about it? Do you have different ideas? And basically just open it up to anything. They can ask any questions, and we answer as candidly as possible. And it generates a lot of feedback, which is also very good. People have gotten more comfortable over time because I think they recognize that they're not going to get shot for asking the difficult question. But it's also important that they then get the answer, and it spreads. You can tell. You hear feedback about, so-and-so said this during a listening session, that this was the response. So that's good. And the third way is that we visit each of our core locations around the world at least once a year, and the bigger ones twice a year. And when we go there, we present to the entire location, our strategy, where we're at, where we're making progress, where the business has gotten value, because it's important for them to understand what the business is thinking, because that's where they get the feedback from what the steering committee thinks of the IT organization, what we're doing really well, what we need to work on a little bit. And then also in those locations, I also do listening sessions without the managers there, so I can get feedback, on-the-ground feedback for how people think things are going. But more importantly, they can ask me the questions. And it's interesting how the questions sometimes differ depending upon the different area of the world that you're in. But those are the ways that we both provide and get information from our employees.